Hi guys, welcome back to June vlog. So on today's video I want to talk to you guys about culture shocks I got as a Kenyan citizen living in Germany. The first culture shock is on Sundays everything is closed. Malls, supermarkets, apart from supermarkets that are actually in the big train stations, those are not closed, but everything else is closed. That shocked me so much because where I come from, which is in Kenya, mostly on Sundays things are open. That is when families go to malls, go to places to eat. Restaurants are also open, but the main thing is that supermarkets are closed. So that is one of the biggest culture shock that I got when it came to everything is closed on Sunday. So if you want to do grocery shopping, if you want to go for clothes shopping, you have to do them from Monday to Saturday, because on Sundays nothing is open. The second culture shock is that you cannot be loud when it's past 10 p.m. Like, that is forbidden, because either your neighbor will have to knock at your door when it's past 10 and tell you to be quiet, or they'll just call police on you. So past 10 p.m. you really have to be quiet, because it's their time to rest, or it's their silent time. Of course, for those who live in Germany, they do understand. So where I come from in Kenya, you can make noise as much as you want. You don't need to have a specific time to make noise, or ask for permission for your neighbors or write them a note at the door, because here, even if it's not past 10, you have to notify your neighbors if you will have a party at your place. So you write a note at the door and stick it outside there to alert them that it will be a bit noisy on this date, so they can be ready for it. So the third culture shock is that German value punctuality, order, and privacy. Let me talk about privacy. Privacy means, like, I did a previous video and I wasn't allowed to show you guys when they were shaving my son, because they don't allow you to shoot them. But either way, when they're shaving him, you might end up shooting them, and they just don't allow that. Just not that, I've had a couple of incidents, like I can't shoot other people because that is not allowed here in Germany. Also order, I feel like they really like things orderly. When they say you should be, they don't even have to repeat, you should be in order. Like today we were outside and we were in the supermarket, and there was actually a line for you guys to enter in the supermarket. So today is on a Sunday. I'm actually shooting this video on a Sunday, which I will post it today, and the only supermarket that is opened, is actually in the big train station. And in that supermarket, a lot of people are inside there. So it's a really small supermarket, and you're not really allowed to, it's small. So we had to make a queue, and the queue was orderly. Trust me, somebody cannot just come from afar and just enter in the middle. No. Where you got the line, you go back way to the line. So that is what I mean by orderly. Privacy I've already explained. And yeah, so the fourth culture shock I got is that actually they do recycle bottles. So you see this sign here, this is a sign of recycling, and when you recycle you get 25 cents. So imagine if you have 100 bottles, not specifically this, all bottles that you buy here actually have this logo where you go and put them in a machine, and in as much bottle as you have, that is money. So if you put this bottle, you get the 25 cents. If you put 100 of this, you get 25 euros. So this was a culture shock, because in my country we don't do that. We don't recycle bottles, but here they do recycle bottles, and after the recycling they give you the money that you deserve to get after you have recycled all your bottles. So every bottle is 25 cents. So imagine if you have 100, you have 25 euros at hand. So that's a culture shock that I got here, but what can you do? You get it here, you learn to live with it. The fifth and the last culture shock that I got is Germans stare. You can actually be in the mall or in a supermarket or whatever. For example, I went with my son to the mall and we met up with this elderly, mostly it's the elderly people who tend to have this kind of behaviors. They do stare. Yeah, like you're in the supermarket and they stop their carts to just look at you. And when you look at them, they look at you. It's not that they will look and then look away when you look at them. No, they will look at you. But sometimes I understand, because, you know, maybe it's the skin color, maybe they've never seen somebody like me, or maybe it's just in them that they just have to stare. But anyway, nowadays I got used to it, and staring was one of them. So all these are the culture shocks that I got actually living here in Germany. And there's a lot, but I just chose to give you guys 5 of the culture shocks that I got. So yeah, after living in Germany for 3 years, finally now I can say it feels normal for all these things to happen to me. And I can clearly say that I have reversed culture shock. So now I even do the same on what they do. When it comes to staring, if they stare at me, I stare back at them, because what can you do? When it comes to recycling bottles, I recycle them. I had tons of bottles here before, and actually I went to recycle them, which also gave me some money. So yes, I do recycle the bottles. When it comes to everything is being closed on Sunday, I actually make time to go to the shop on Saturdays or during the week, so that on Sundays I know that I have my fridge or my house stocked with food, because on Sunday there is no shop or any place that is open apart from the train station, and the train station is not that far from us, but you can imagine how crowded it can get sometimes. And sometimes you actually can't get everything you want, because it's not the biggest supermarket in that train station. The other thing that I also got used to being on time. Okay, I'm never on time, but I'm learning slowly by slowly. I was actually not somebody who could be on time all the time, but I'm learning slowly by slowly. I respect other people's privacy. I cannot just shoot aimlessly and put somebody's photo here. Apart from sometimes when you shoot outside, you can like see other people, but it's not intentional. It's just that there's nothing you can do about it if you're shooting outside. The last but not least is that, yeah, I guess that is all that I got adapted to. I hope you guys like this video. Sorry that I'm posting this video a bit late. Today I was held up a little bit, but at least the day is not over, and I hope you can enjoy this video, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.